Giga I like that one.
Okay, Draven versus what?
I mean, it's the mirror match, right?
The Icado pitcher, please.
Draven versus what Marshall thinks Icado is. Oh, it's not ready. Okay, it's not ready.
This guy's we'll show everybody. He's so stressed. He seems so stressed on hero reveal.
Okay, cool. Hey, this is part of our bingo board. Is Worthy in the champ zone? Because the guy who made the final didn't have Worthy in the champ zone, and I was distressed about it.
That's because it's bad. Victorious,
we do get this for bingo.
That on 4 mana, it's broken.
There's so much water in the background. Holy, look at them. Ready to go.
Staying hydrated.
This segment's sponsored by
Aquafina.
Wait, before I forget, how hard is it to get your driver's license on a scale of like Rumble to Ezreal?
It depends where you live.
That is true.
If you live where Al-Qaeda grew up, you can be like 14 and drive a tractor.
I've literally been driving since I was like 14 and a half. Like,
yeah, see, there you go.
Yeah.
Some places, if it's more rural, will allow you to get your license somewhat sooner, and they have different rules. If you're in a city, usually you can't drive until you're like 17-ish, and the
you can get
tests are a little
permit.
Rigorous.
I mean,
yeah. I mean, you can drink and drive. You can do whatever you want, but usually you're like 17. Usually you're like 17-ish, and like the parking's what screws people if you live in a city, things like that.
So this is pretty cool. Going into top 16, we have Fiora, a different battlefield than was in the finalist Fiora last week. Playing around War Camp. We talked about War Camp last time. I don't like it. I think that it ends up causing you like problems sometimes. Instead of like you do get the occasional you push your 4 in, it becomes a 5 and it's really nice and you get to move it around. But sometimes it breaks what you actually want to be doing with being able to get the buffs and readying people with Worthy.
You and Kuvi also made a good point last week that like it's really important to have all 3 of your battlefields being ones that draw you cards.
Yeah.
Just because you are in yellow-orange and yellow-orange has issues of getting through your deck and getting good card amounts. So.
Yeah. Which is why you have these unsung heroes, but needs to find a BF sword. So you're always going -2 cards here.
You slap a Doran's Blade.
That's true.
And that's
Doran's works on this.
Trifarian.
Yeah.
Doran's
that's the synergy.
Does BF sword stand for best friend sword?
No, it's,
yeah, it doesn't stand for. It definitely doesn't stand for big fucking sword. It certainly.
Yeah, of
it
course
never would or could stand for that. Yeah, it only stands for.
It definitely wasn't made by rioters in 2009 as a no, definitely not.
So best friend sword. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, so best friend
what
sword.
Cass just said about the battlefield, we can already see it here with Seth. Like, for example, if you had a Fiora Worthy on the board, then you could go in with Seth on the battlefield without spending the buff. Then you spend the buff, and then you can actually ready him and get him back. You cannot do that on Warcamp, right? Because he stays at 5 on. Correct? Because he would get
Falling
6
Star and Kaiser?
Mathematically factual.
Yeah. So I was a little surprised that Fiora decided to keep 3 cards instead of just 2.
Yeah.
Having a turn 1 play, and then considering, I mean, yes, by keeping the extra 2 drops, you're going to guarantee that you also have a decent turn 2 play that's not centered around playing Worthy. But you're reducing like the looks that you get to try and find the very early like sword. You also really need challenge for this matchup. I think it's a very important card in being able to deal with some of the threats on the back line and get ahead of the Draven before he gets fully onto board. So I think it can cause some issues, but we'll see what the like initial draws are, because it's not like the 2s he had in hand are necessarily bad, but if he keeps flooding and drawing the rest of the 2s in his deck or just drawing only units, like then his hand becomes pretty unplayable. And it looks like he did get a little punished by drawing a second pit rookie here. So
I wasn't paying attention. Is this normal Draven?
Well, it's Reaver's Row, so it should
normal.
be. Yeah.
What's that?
It's Reaver's Row, so it should be normal Draven.
They could be saving the Zonworms. No, that's a good point.
You got your Avengers cup?
I don't know. Somebody asked in chat, "What is your cup?" So
okay.
I assume they meant the one I was drinking water out of, not the one I'm wearing. So
yeah, will you show that one off if chat asks?
What time is it in the East Coast? No, 52 more minutes, then it's Adult Swim time.
Okay.
Wait, your water sheds at midnight?
What?
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 Go back to your taxi.
say your watershed?
Yeah, we call it the watershed. Like, you can't show any adult stuff until 9 p.m.
No, bro, you can. Have you seen the fucking 6 o'clock news? You can put fucking anything on there.
Super best.
All right. So yeah, so this is just like, I guess we end up just going double rookie, which feels honestly pretty limp into Draven. This is a pretty tough early game. Having units to play is fine, but already just like down to 3 cards. The combat tricks are good, at least. And with the double pit rookie, it does make the Call to Glory a lot better for Fiora, which I think is impactful for this card. It's a really hard card to get away from in this deck. You don't get to run that many buff synergies to make it free, but it's like very hard to cut Call to Glory because you do want a certain amount of these combat tricks, and Call to Glory is just kind of one of the better ones you have access to, and sometimes it gets to be free. And in this case, in this game, it should be free.
So why did we tap out completely before going to the battlefield again?
Well, I mean, Draven's tapped out too.
Love doing this.
Vibes.
So, how worried are you about moving up and giving your opponent a point here? Like, if the Noctis Hopeful comes up, like, are you leaving and just like giving them the draw, or do you think like the point is worth that? Do you stick around and like take the Call to Glory, and if they have a card, you draw 2, or what do you think?
98 beats per minute.
I'm pretty open to the Call to Glory line here, actually. I like staying, casting the Call to Glory, making them have a card, or else they get punished for basically like bluffing that they have a card. And
So
also,
been,
let them make the mistake, right? Like, if they just don't play around Call to Glory here and get juiced, like, you are so ahead. So
yeah, it is like a win the game on the spot, but like if they have an axe, like
if they have an axe, guess what? You draw 2. Like, it's fine. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
And you force the axe, right? Like, you're getting to see the axe.
Why is Fiora good in this matchup? Well, the first question is she? But let's assume she is because she's here. We've talked about before how all the decks that win against Draven like don't do combat and they do something cringe and get around it. Why is Fiora good when she's like the antithesis of that? She's kind of like, I do combat and that's all I do.
So I think she's not super good in this matchup in general. I think she is okay in this matchup. I think you have good ways to ready your units again and reforce that combat while being better. Like, you are larger numbers than Draven generally. And Fiora Worthy allows you to kind of re-engage. First Mate allows you to re-engage, and you can find those wins. But often you're having to scrap around. You're having to find things like challenge. You're having to find different ways to actually win instead of being able to strictly just win combats. And I think Riposte is a hell of a card that can find some major blowouts that just completely end the game on the spot if not played around properly. But Kubi, if you have a different opinion, go ahead.
On the battlefield, this type of thing is like the tap out to play the Draven. We hit a card, so it's like probably safe. But these are like the windows where you look at it and you're like, damn, this might be my moment to just like blow my opponent out and win the game.
So only combat spells in hand.
Which is good at this point. There's enough units. This is all you want is to combat spells. Missing a weapon. I think you'd really like to have a BF sword. Realistically, you know, Doran's Blade would be okay as well, but you'd like to have a weapon.
If only
I
I
asked
have
Kubi
this.
this. I asked Kubi this. How do you actually say riposte? Is it riposte? Riposte?
Aren't
Is that a French word?
Aren't you from Canada?
No, that was the other guy.
No, okay, I'm signing off. I'm signing off. I am signing off. Me? I was born free.
Debatable. What do you want to know?
Well, nothing from somebody who thinks I'm Canadian. But
How
I
to
was just
say
asking how you
Fiora's
pronounce-
signature spell? It is a French word.
Okay, how
Riposte,
did
riposte.
you say it?
Riposte.
I thought it's Ra-housed.
No.
It's actually
okay, so-
riposte.
How do you say it?
Pasta?
Okay, so you have to say rice. So the first syllable is ri, like ri.
Really?
Can you say that? You cannot say
Sure,
that.
I'm saying it.
That like I don't know that sound you usually struggle with. Americans struggle with, and then it's pust. Repust.
Repust? Repust.
Repust.
Repust. Is it like a
Repust.
guttural R we doing? Are we doing a little like
Little bit.
conventions? The re?
Pasta.
Repust. No, not that one for sure.
There you go. There you go. Now back from Kuvi's corner, which has now become a language show.
Yeah, I mean, 3 people said it like 3 different ways so far in chat. I mean, not in chat, but in this conversation. I just want to know how we say it.
And they're all correct.
They're all winners.
Well, that can't be true.
Right.
Is it a missed trigger if you say it wrong?
Yeah, if you don't say the card right, it doesn't work. What has been going on with this Draven turn? It was just like play set and pass, right? And then now this is...
He's trying to think about how he's going to repost this turn.
They're untimed. They paid for the ticket. They're going to take their time, you know? You've really got to think through it.
It's for the ticket.
Wait, tickets are actually free in China, aren't they?
Wait, that's free?
It's just random on who gets them.
Everything is free. There are tickets, comrade.
No, it is.
I heard.
It is free to enter. Yeah, it is free to enter. Yes. Yeah. It is free to enter, and then it's the lottery.
God, this guy.
Well, we've been like 4 minutes on this game action, right? Oh my god.
There's what? There's a rebuke. There's a Kaisa. There's a falling star.
I'm fluent in French, and the turn's not over.
I was gonna say he's surely thinking I'm just falling star in this. He's like, okay, what am I playing around? And it's just.
Learned a whole new language.
Well, it's also targets, I guess, here, but I think it's always set. However, there is like reason to save set here. You could definitely be willing to just expend this Call to Glory for the set. Yeah, I think this is exactly how I'd do it as well. It sucks. Losing a card here is actually kind of brutal because you're down to 2 cards already. But I think you can't afford, like, you're trading this Call to Glory to instead have a set that's going to be ready next turn, obviously. Like, that's how it works in this kind of case, so... And that's worthwhile.
Yeah, we also have a Hidden Blade in hand, so if we want to, you know, we can eat our own Pit Rookie.
Yeah.
Or something, you know, it doesn't have to be a Pit Rookie.
That's where you're really wanting to have the Doran's Blade draw off the top, because, like, if you can equip Doran's Blade to Unsung and draw 4, I think you actually have, like, a lot more game going forward.
Yeah.
Hit rookie shaped dino nugget. Look at that, you could eat it. Come full circle.
A Pit Rookie shaped
on the next 4 minutes they take to think.
Oh, chicken nugget, excuse me, sorry.
On guard.
Oh yeah? Tell me about it.
On guard.
Do I do like my maximum like Fiora impersonation?
Do I need like a skinny wire sword, you know? Like
She put some shank
on
it.
Fencing sword?
Okay.
A little fencing sword?
I think this is reasonable into Brawler. Just the full retreat. Don't let Brawler have like best value, but I think Fiora is kind of like fine with this situation. You might be even willing to take a point with Rookie and then just be willing to draw only 2 off of the Hidden Blade. Or you can... I mean, I think this is probably a game state where you're not allowed to use Hidden... That is a hook. By the way. This is Hook Fiora that is made top 16.
Oh,
so we know... So Hook Fiora, this is not an unknown deck. This is something that actually won a city challenge. I'm surprised it has made it this far. I was not a believer. But this is Hook Fiora in the top 16.
Hook is Yellow's way of not doing combat, right? Essentially, because you go in, you get your point, you sacrifice it, and bring it back. It's like, hey, you don't get to draw cards.
Right? That justifies the camp.
Yes, it makes camp a lot better here as well. I think... So I like the concept of Hook. I mean, as Vera, you pointed out exactly, right? It's literally, you don't have to do combat because you were running in and then killing the unit. So I think this is a good concept. Because the Draven matchup is hard, and I think that maybe Hook has a better Draven matchup than non-Hook Fiora because of this ability. And it also is like kind of infinite value generation, quote unquote, right? Like you're able to continue to get more value when you have card issues, which is also helpful in yellow, right? You don't draw that well, so this is another way that you can just extract more and more value out of each of your cards.
This is actually so oh my god.
Nice, it's Dragon.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is all exactly what I'd expect from this. You have the weapons, so Dragon is actually very easy to ladder to. With the BF sword, you equip it to Unsung, and then when you hook it, you draw 2 and find a dragon.
Calculus right now? What is going on?
I think they have a list of all their cards and they're marking what they've seen.
When you're playing Hook, you have to mark down because you can see your deck again and you know what to hook. Well, I mean, you're not.
It's actually crazy. I actually really hate that you're allowed to do this, but not that it's nothing personal against the player. I just like games that
No,
do this.
yeah. I mean, if you're allowed to and it's untimed, you might as well do it. But I agree with you that it's not my favorite rule that exists in this game.
Action?
That's so funny. We
there's an
actually
Edge of
get to
Night.
steal
Yeah.
the fucking Edge of Night.
Yeah, you could just... Yeah, there's no targets for the matron, so you might as well actually spend...
Matron can bring back just Pit Rip, you know?
Well, you could, right? Yeah, that's fair.
We are edging.
Taking the Edge of Night is probably a bit better.
Is he...
I don't dislike being able to write down things. I dislike the way in which it's done, where it's just like just taking time and time. Like somebody once asked to like write down a bunch of my Aurora flip cards, and I was just like, oh my God, brother, like we hurry this up.
Aurora players, SMH.
Yeah. But also just remember your pitch stack.
This is actually so sick. And yeah,
It is
you know,
very,
like,
very
how much
based.
how much is this game being swung, by the way, by the fact that Fiora won the die roll? Like the fact that we have point tempo here is so incredibly valuable for us going like in and out.
Yeah, especially with the hook. Yeah,
this is like the die roll is actually we're so far ahead right now.
Yeah.
Like Draven is forced into holding, which is scary against orange set.
Considering...
For what it's worth, both players are 7-1-1, so it really wasn't random who was going to go first.
This is the that was the best top deck that Fiora had. If this is obviously like hook version, right?
Rookie was at 3 might when it was sacrificed because it was on a 4 camp.
Oh,
Yeah.
the unworthy comes out.
Oh, unworthy? No, excuse me.
The most worthy.
Jarvis says we have a bingo, by the way.
Oh shit! Yeah,
Like
'cause
we no, Falling Star errata matters.
Wait, why did it matter?
When did it matter?
Apparently he's saying it matters. I don't know
Oh,
where he's
now
getting
it
that
gets
from.
bingo. Okay. We actually have a full row
Oh.
if we actually get the Falling Star because we got Fiora worthy and hook off this. Those are 2 bingo squares that we actually got. Fiora worthy, champs down, and hook.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we'll pull it
We do
back
get
up
to
after
draw
the game.
card. Yeah. So if you're Draven, like you have to hold at some point. You try to hold this turn. We have a push in hand. We have a rebuke, I think. We have a tide turner. We have a falling star.
Another Falling Star.
Well, there's 2 ways to look at it. It's like your opponent's short on cards, so you assume they're not very good ones. But if you go for the hold here when you still have all your cards, I think it's like... I think when you have this many cards and you're up on your opponent, you want to actually take as long as you can to go for the hold. Because, like, if you go for the hold now and then lose it, like, you kind of don't actualize all the cards in your hand. Very interesting way to go about it.
These falling stars have been fine, except that they're deramping us so much that, like, even though we have like 5 more cards, we aren't necessarily going to be able to get the value. And of course, killing Fiora worthy, like that's 100% worth it.
Yeah.
But it's more the fact that we've had the falling star 2 turns in a row. It's made this like really awkward.
We didn't
And
want to
eating
kill the
about the red
Akshan.
runes for.
I was to say
Draven.
all the red runes, so Draven got buff now.
Is
Yeah.
this Akshan 6 or 7?
It's 6. The Akshan idea was
6.
reasonable, Vero. I think trying to get your Edge of Night back. But I do think generally Worthy does feel like a kill on sight, but I am curious in this spot with kind of low on runes whether or not it needed to be kill on sight. Brawler being on board already is like a plus and minus on whether or not it needs to be kill on sight, because usually it's Brawler from hand that you're more scared of when Worthy is on the board. When Brawler's already on the board, yes, it has some tricks that it can do, but not from base necessarily. So there are other ideas that you could have made with the Falling Star, either killing set Brawler or killing the Akshan to get your Edge of Night back, depending on if that +2 on your side is like,
from
more
a
swingy.
pure value perspective, like it's an 8 value falling star if you do it that way.
I'm just thinking like a play that Akshan can do. Akshan can go to this war camp, get hooked, and pull out the Harness Dragon, right? Like if he's counting his cards right, he can pull out the Harness Dragon to if he thinks he gets the hit.
In theory, he would be seen as a 7 might unit dying, if that's what you're asking. So yeah, whatever that means in relation to hook, yes, all that is true.
Yeah.
How
yeah,
big is Harness Dragon? It's not very big, right?
Harness Dragon is just a 6, so
Yeah, so we could throw anything. Well, not anything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it goes off might. Not...
So that's why. So that's what I'm
might
saying
not
about the
cost.
weapons, right? That's why the BF sword is so important in this deck. All your 2-drops with a BF sword can pull dragon, right? They can pull anything.
Best
like,
friend sword, baby.
yeah,
Best friend
and
sword.
then, and then you can
That
re-equip
works.
the sword from there. Also, in this version of the deck, I will say the value of killing Worthy goes down because this is Hook and it can pull Matron, which pulls Worthy. So this Worthy is not. The Worthy is not like guaranteed staying dead.
Really surprised that we didn't get our 4th point. I think we kind of needed it. Like, we can push up our Hopeful and then just swap it back with Tide Turner, so only a Tide Turner dies and we don't lose that much might. Because like we're not using this 2 mana this turn anyway.
I think this is a consequence or a decision made by the fact, as you said, we're so low on runes and they're worried about like getting low on cards and getting constrained on mana that they're like prioritizing their backline value for whatever reason. But I don't think it's going to work out and you're just going to get attritioned out by a Hook.
Yeah, I think it's just like, would you trade the Tide Turner in hand for a point right now? And like, I think I would, but
right.
Yeah. All right.
Like, if you're this Fiora player, like, our opponent just said, I want this game to go a turn longer, which we've all kind of just set our own piece as to why maybe that's silly. So, like, how do you lose this game? What are you thinking about now other than this calculus of Hook math on your piece of paper? So what are we actually trying to, like, set up for?
Maybe he goes for Rebuke if he pushes on the Akshan to try and get the equipment back. But, like, that's, like, the only play Yeah, that's what I mean, but, like, it doesn't...
You also, the thing is as the Fiora side, we know that you have the riposte, so you're not actually that scared of Rebuke right now. That is one of the main targets for your counterspell in general in this matchup. So I think we're in a very strong position, as Vero was saying, like, how do you lose? I mean, the way you lose is Draven getting enough, like, of these value cards that he can actually win some of the trades. But this is really where Fiora shines, is you are generally better at combat than Draven, but Draven gets to do the purple thing and you're not as good against the purple stuff. But that's where, like, Riposte is one of the best cards in the matchup, right? Because it lets you beat some of the purple stuff.
I think this move's great because we've just put our big dude on the Reavers. He's obviously going to shrink back down to 5. We're at the point of the game where we actually don't care if our opponent is drawing cards.
So you can Matron the Fiora.
Yeah, you get Worthy back with Matron. Yeah, it's part of why this is like a real deck, I think, is
that's sick.
The ability to do this.
That's really sick, actually.
Actually, can't, unless they get a double falling 2 red runes, they can't falling star it again.
Even if they do, I think you're happy in that situation.
Yeah.
Matron on first mate is pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool parts to this deck.
I mean, also hooking in at first mate is quite good. Like, there's a lot of things that this gets to do that's really
I also do like that earlier we didn't grab Matron. Like, we didn't show our opponent that, you know, Matron bringing back Worthy is a possibility.
Yep. Yeah, I think we're good now because we just Reavers out, give our opponent a draw, but as we've all discussed, they've just been inting runes turn over turn with their falling stars, which, not that they were the incorrect plays, but we're just so low that we're going to probably die in this game with 4 or 5 cards in our hand, so giving him an extra Reavers Row trigger is no big deal when we're going to untap with, I don't know, 15, 18 might in play.
We decided to not spend the 2 mana on the tide turn to score the point. The 2 mana just went unused. I wonder if we're supposed to, like, push the set. I think we have a Fight or Flight in hand, so he, like, just doesn't get the buff. Like, maybe that's a consideration, because that's going to be our biggest struggle of trying to hold here is this set.
Yeah. I mean, at worst, the auction would just go on and kill, and then Reavers Row all the same. But yeah, I do get what you're saying.
Yeah,
it's
but
just
then,
gonna,
you know, it cuts sets might in half next turn, right?
Mm-hmm. No, that part for sure.
I saw a Ride the Wind in the hand for the Draven as well.
Yeah, I think that was just off the top, because otherwise we probably would have.
We're just at the point of our game where the purple side of our deck stinks, and we actually want the red side of our deck. The problem is we don't have a red side of our deck because we're playing Draven. We kind of need big might power on the board and like one combat trick, and it seems we just have a lot of stall, not a lot of might to back it up right now.
Did he stay then?
I think they're deciding.
Considering his hand, you theoretically could stay because you're riposte punch first. This is like, you could say this is the turn that I just want to kill your Draven and win, but I also think because of the point tempo, I'd probably just go home.
Yeah, you're probably winning the game. Like you're probably just winning if you stay. But like, there's no point. This is like your only lose condition is like set dying here for some reason. Like, Yeah, especially because
I
you have to
believe-
play a card first.
I believe it's a very weak play, like you said, because you have to play the card first, and then like what's gonna happen is like they're gonna punch first, and then they're gonna riposte, or he's gonna rebuke, and then he's gonna riposte, and he's gonna forfeit anyway.
Yep.
Which ultimately doesn't really change anything for the Fiora player. It does seem like an unnecessary risk where you can make a mechanical error.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think
we're,
generally this hand is winning on the next turn, like almost every time, right? Punch first riposte on your offensive turn is almost always winning. But maybe this plays around like hidden cards. You're not allowing Draven the opportunity to have cards in hand and also hidden cards that you have to play around, because maybe that's where you can't play through it. So there is like some consideration.
You also have like the Hidden Blade in hand. Like there's actually no combination of cards that like kills the set. It just feels unnecessary.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I guess
respect getting us back to break time, so I respect them going fast.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, like, it doesn't matter if they rebuke or fight or flight, because we've got the unworthy out. Sorry, worthy. Then she just like replays the set and set comes out readied anyway, so
Yeah, rebuke is not really an answer to this set, other than burning 5 mana, and in this spot also burning through a
Surely you just let it get foffed. You do not fight over this foff, surely. Right? Not that it really, like I said, ultimately none of this matters. But.
Yeah, I don't really love the riposte into fight or flight here. I just this is part of the reason I didn't like fighting over it, because if you're behind in points, this is a turn that you're obviously going to be staying, but being ahead in points, I would have loved to have that punch first for the final push, right? To put the punch first on like Worthy or on the Spectral Matron instead, right? To have another massive unit alongside my Brawler.
Yeah, this is a very interesting line in a lot of card gamers' lives, where sometimes you make a mistake, and then there's two lines of thinking. Do you course correct and do the right thing, or do you see your mistake through? And we are seeing our quote-unquote mistake through.
Yeah.
We're going to see how it happens.
And to be honest,
I'm
I'm
not
not
time to
sure.
bail out.
I'm not sure that he's actually going to get punished for this. I think he's still going to
No,
win.
I don't believe so either. Yeah.
Because, as we mentioned, with Fiora Worthy on the board, this set does just have Accelerate on the next turn. So, I think there's still going to be enough might after all is said and done to get these last 2 points.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you
she's the
kind of
hidden
are out of
card.
runes, actually.
There's still 4 here, so you'll be on 6 next turn. So, yes, set
Yeah,
is your
that
whole
means you
turn,
can't
but I
hidden
don't know
blade.
that... I mean, you only have one other card in hand. Which, yeah, I mean, is the Hidden
That
Blade.
card would have been really good next turn.
Yeah, you could Hidden Blade this Draven, but I don't want to give 2 cards.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because if you did the Hidden Blade now, then you'd still... Like, your next turn is just 5 runes to just play set, right? But
it's only giving him 1 card, right?
that's true, because he's
Because they're
drawing for
going to
this.
drop combat
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
I think you might as well. But yeah, no, I think that like you look
he
at
is.
a commanding game position, and it's just like, if there was a way that I lose this game, how does it happen? And I think blowing your entire load, deramping yourself, and then having 0 tricks going into next turn is like a pretty reasonable way that losing this game would happen. I don't think it's
agree.
going to, but like, yeah.
No, I agree. I completely agree.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
he
good
can
news is
afford.
we're at least giving our opponents cards now when like they can't probably use them, because they used all their mana. That's like the one upside of it. Downside of all of this plays is that I think you were getting into a resource war, both in mana and cards. When you know at the end of this war your opponent's drawing at least 2 cards, because they also have a Kaisa that's just going to walk into a war camp. So very interesting.
Yeah, the scary thing becomes hidden cards here, because Draven is on 3 runes. I think this is where, one of those circumstances where Draven being so low on runes is going to make this punish not happen. If Draven has more runes here, suddenly, you've lost the game by taking this line. But he doesn't have enough that I think you're going to be able to be effectively punished.
Do what he's about to do. He's thinking about like running the wind over. Like he's like
Which
actively...
is completely illegal. It's pretty funny. Yeah. Everybody thinks Ride the Wind could be any better of a card. It's already the craziest card, but let's just make it a reaction
We
speed
just don't have to. Yeah,
Well, I also
The
wonder
thing
if
is,
he's
like,
considering
okay.
Ride the... So if you decide to play the Ride the Wind, you would still win the combat, but I just don't think that's ever worth it, right? So
So I think the consideration is you do get to draw 1 extra card. So it is kind of a question of, do I need to dig deeper for? I think the answer is like literally switcheroo. I think switcheroo could still win this game.
Yeah, Ride the
Ride the Wind
Wind
is action.
But yeah,
no,
even
it's
if
action.
it was
You play it
reaction,
after. Yeah.
We're still in a showdown. Like there's a round of priority still in the showdown, even with there's no one's there.
Yeah, but he played the.
He played a hidden blade, right?
Yeah, he played a hidden blade from hand, so it would still target it before he wins.
No, you ride the wind a different unit into that battlefield. You'd still win the combat.
Okay.
Yeah, we would ride in like this Kaisa and then draw 2 cards.
Sure. I don't think it's worth it for what it's worth. It's just that is a consideration he could have been thinking about on the ride the wind, not attempting to make like an illegal play, right? Like there is.
Yeah, the other option is though that we drew like Fan, right? So it's like this Fan is live.
Fan's really good.
Whereas like a switcheroo or another hidden card might have been like slightly better. I actually really like this Fan here because Fan with Tide Turner, like we can do some really nasty shit actually.
To be clear for
actually so big.
To be clear for chat, you're saying ride the win after the hidden blade resolves.
Yes. After it resolves, there's still a round of priority in the combat. So you could ride the window unit up, and you're still in that original combat, which would let you then
draw
win
2
the combat.
cards and draw 2 cards. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a Draven, one from Draven and one from Kaisa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Fan is probably the best. Fan is really difficult. I was talking about this earlier for Fiora. It's really difficult for Fiora to deal with Fan, because
and War
like
Camp means that
even Cannon Barrage wouldn't work. However, what I will say is this does feel like a circumstance where you might be able to get multiple like worthy triggers. I mean, you get the trigger coming in from the set, and then if you send him in as a 5 and he gets pushed back, you can still re-trigger him by spending his buff and becoming 8.
We drew absolutely awful. I don't actually know what we drew, but let's say we drew absolutely awful. Do we just go for our hold of our own since we've backed ourselves into this very, very weird corner? Because from what I'm seeing on board, it seems very risky. I mean, you just go in, right?
It's really hard for Fiora or not for Fiora, for Draven to like completely send his board to the other side. Like I wouldn't hate going for a hold here,
so,
depending on what we drew.
I think Ukshan is always going to be going into the Kaisa.
Yep, you back him up, and then say, hey, you have 4 runes and 4 might. Figure out how to get through. What is this? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 15 might.
Maybe I'm like too addicted to like doing the cute thing with Fan, but I kind of like the idea of Fan on Kaisa, because it makes it a lot harder on deciding whether or not to attack in like one unit or what. And then you could always Tide Turner to swap the Fan over like mid combat.
Because I mean, we could just stack what 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 4, 18 might on this battlefield, and just say have fun.
Yeah, it looks like that's the play. I was
you
thinking,
don't necessarily need to stack it all, but
I was thinking what hidden cards you can beat. I think switcheroo becomes too much of a problem. So there's a line. Let me like slowly walk through it, I guess, because I do think the hold is the better line, to be clear. But the other option here is I think play Set and accelerate it via Worthy. Send Set and the Spectral Matron in to the War Camp. You would currently be winning in mites, so you're forcing action. If they push the Set with Fan, then you're able to still trade the Worthy with the 4, leaving just the Treasure Hunter. Then you can pop the buff from Set, readying him with Fiora Worthy, and then push him and Worthy in, which would beat Fight or Flight. But it loses to Switcheroo, right? Switcheroo becomes a serious issue. It beats Fight or Flight, it beats Tide Turner, it beats Edge of Night. It only loses to Switcheroo, but it does lose to Switcheroo. And I think so. I think that could work. Their other option would be to push, if they push the the matron, then Set would actually still trade down on everything else, I think. Or is he one up? No, yeah, you trade down on everything else. So yeah, I think that could have been a line that works, but I think it's riskier when if you just put everything in this battlefield, I think you're probably never losing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Draven has a ride and an axe, which is 11 might, which isn't enough here.
I think it's 18 might on this battlefield right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, action 6, Set is 5, so that's 11. Plus the 3, 14, yeah, 18.
So it wouldn't even be like... Yeah, even just like a push wouldn't get there. Yeah. No, I mean, the Fiora player is going to end up taking this one down, but, you know, it did feel like we just, we kind of forfunded at the end.
It's just
and,
like
gave them a chance.
Yeah, you can just kind of math out of this. Like, if you assume the best 4 mana that somebody could spend right now is push, or, you know, in a perfect world, rebuke, you're still like 7 might short.
I'm just gonna clarify a card. Draven's Overzealous Fan.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Okay,
when you
it is-
block, or what's when you
Yeah,
defend.
it's to defend. I'm thinking if it was when I attack, which would be weird. But I
What
was
is your
thinking,
problem? Do you want like
Why do you want to keep buffing Draven?
you just literally never want this deck to lose?
Yeah, I don't know if there's any cards. Like, what yeah, I can't think of a combination of cards that does it. So, yeah.
I mean, I think this hook deck, I was really skeptical when I heard about this, but watching it be played, it starts to make more and more sense. First
Mate,
mate,
is
you
cool.
could, you also, the fact that set is a 4, it's actually a pretty nice grab off of your hook, right? Like, you're just, it's a low might base unit that you're getting to grab and then actually trigger Fiora off of it.
Yep.
And even
I think
accelerate
set's
Fiora
obviously
off
the
of
good
it.
one.
Right? Or accelerate.
Dreaming Tree. We were all stupid.
Well, so Dreaming
I
Tree,
literally said Dreaming Tree.
we definitely said, we mentioned
No, you're
Dreaming
right.
Tree.
You're right, my bud.
But we're all dumb. But
So
Dreaming Tree,
fucking dumb.
I was curious if it would be Dreaming Tree because it feels like in order to fit Hook and some of this other stuff, you do have to cut some amount of your targeting things. It felt like Challenge was maybe not in this list, and instead your way of killing units is through the Harness Dragon off of the Hook.
Maybe
Cannon
the challenges
barrage.
get boarded in, like on the Dreaming Tree game.
That's possible, yeah.
Also, there's another way to.
no,
Oh,
we can
there's
see a
a
challenge
challenge
in the
hand.
hand, literally.
Challenge
right.
riposte. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Riposte.
Why did none of you guys say Dreaming Tree or Challenge? It's so crazy. You guys missed both
You're
that.
so right. When we see the cannon barrage, you can tell us about how he didn't say that either.
Yeah. You,
Oh,
you
wait,
nailed that
that's
one. Huh?
the-
Cannon Barrage? That's all you. You can own that one to the grave. That's all you.
You wouldn't understand.
See the other Fiora as well in hand.
Yeah. I think she's really good to have in the main deck. And she's another 4 you can hit off of the Hook, which is pretty nice.
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of like very basic orange units, which is just like, you know, the Piturki and the set. And that's like insane. And it's actually like things like Challenge and Power Fist that make this probably a little bit better and different than Darius, at least in this particular meta. Punch.
Oh, is that
Uh,
Death Crash?
Yeah, Death Grip. I like Death Grip
yeah.
with Unsung Hero a lot. Really just need a BF sword. It's the big thing that's been missing in these games so far.
Always need a friend.
And we had to cut something, so maybe we're lower on equipment.
Yeah, we saw one of the BF swords in one of the looks. I imagine
Yeah.
that maybe Dorn's Blade has gotten the axe, and that there are still just 3 BF swords.
Is that
Holy
is that a
moly.
dream?
I was to say, did he miss trigger on the gold? Like he's not.
I believe so.
Yes.
That
He
was gonna be my
also
second
misses
question.
Targon's peak trigger.
Not the missing of the triggers, but also, is Treasure Hunter good in mid-range Draven?
It being 1 might is really mopey. Like, yeah, I think we missed both triggers. Holy fuck. That is.
He. Oh, he's asking
am I-
now.
It's such an insane thing to me because I feel like he called it on himself and just like it's such an easy to be like, hey man, I moved this and played my guys. I just need a gold, by the way. I would be like, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
What's so funny is if you send in the Fiora, it has to get pushed because punch first wipes your entire board.
Yeah.
And I guess it's Fiora. You
we
can just
didn't.
punch first.
We didn't
already.
untap.
Yeah, he missed it.
You know, we forgot everything, so that's what I'm kind of saying is like, because we could be holding up 2 for FOF or something, we actually have to fan this, and then you just say, okay.
And if it is the punch first play, you can just spend the extra yellow to ready her and just still kill everything and say, I'm gonna just explode 3 of my runes here to wipe your board, which is honestly probably worth it if you have that
Riftbound
line.
is a
100%.
hard game,
Yeah.
everyone. Riftbound is a hard game.
It
Mine's
is
Spitter drawn.
100%. You still get to keep your Fiora and untap too. Like it's
Correct,
actually
yeah.
so fucking good. We don't have the punch first, so like we didn't want to rep it, but like, you know, if we wanted to.
A real one would have done it.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know. You are giving them a draw, but
Yeah.
hey, let's go. Gold token generated.
Now imagine if we had
Can I-
2.
Can't ready 2 runes though, smiley face.
Would have loved it if this Forerunner didn't cost a power this turn.
Yeah.
Forerunner would go really hard this turn if it didn't cost the power.
Yeah. It still goes hard even though it does cost a power, to be honest, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Goes
that card
less
getting
hard.
slapped on a battlefield is just like so.
When you have a lead and you just slam that
But
thing,
you know, yeah.
It's
And
like-
then a deck like this, you're only getting over the top with it with a bajillion might, which is kind of hard unless you're snowballing, and then Hidden Blade's not exactly great when you give your opponent 6 might and 2 cards.
Yep. It is one of the problem cards for Fiora, I would say, is having to deal with it. You do, like, if it's just alone, like, just 6 might is really easy to actually, like, get over and, like, get good value from, right? But when it's, like, combined with other things, it starts to become just a massive problem. Because, like, once again, I keep saying BF Sword. It is just such a phenomenal card in Fiora. But, like, BF Sword here, if this is just a Forerunner, BF Sword just pushes Fiora Victorious over Forerunner and just kills it, right? So it's like it creates some very nice, easy ways to get over and trade when it's just the Forerunner. But once you start adding Fand in the mix and a lot of other stuff, it's a pain.
I'm glad last game we got to see Fiora do the fun, cool thing. Because this game, our hand is ass.
Yeah.
I don't see a good card in there.
Well, yeah, it's. I feel like it is missing the weapon to become a lot better because the death grips also become significantly better when you have the weapon, because you can play like the unsung, equip the weapon to the unsung, death grip the unsung to draw 3 and give the 5 might to something else and cascade the weapon to your other unit, and you're just like this immense amount of might. It's high power for that, but it has to be played into ways where your opponent is either tapped out or you can get through the fan. But yeah,
I mean, we get to draw 2 here. That's cool.
Yeah, this is draw 2 ramp a rune. Yeah.
So what equipment apart from BF Sword would a
Usually
Fiora
it's Doran's. I don't know that there's room with the hook package. So it may just be BF Sword in this deck.
So it's quite a low chance then to stumble across it.
I don't know, what, 3 copies? What's the math on that, Vero? If you mull for it?
Say that one more time? You're actually asking me something.
For just 3 copies? Like finding the BF Sword, if it's only the 3 copies. If you,
3 copies in a 39 card deck with mulling 2 cards is what you're asking me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That would be... give me a second on that one. 39 copies in deck is 3. Hand size is 7. Desired quantity is 1. It's like 40-ish% chance to see 1.
And that's just seeing it on the first turn. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just on the first turn.
It's actually 50-50. He either gets it or he doesn't.
Yeah, that's such a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck the hypergeometric calculator.
Yeah, I think it's actually the number is 46% to be specific. So.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. It's not that bad, but obviously, like, I've been really liking 6 equips in Fiora, but it's understandable that the Doran's Blades would get cut if you're trying to make all this extra room in the deck. And if you're playing hook, you need the critical mass of units, right? Like, you can't...
Yeah.
If you hook something and you miss a unit, like, I mean, that's like GG often. So.
If you hook and you just see 5 equipment, you just...
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because you also need the spells too, right? Like, you need riposte. You need,
Fiora has to do a lot of girl math for sure when it comes to like the deck construction. It's really hard to just jam every card you want, and especially in multiples. Really got to like pick 1 or 2 that you want a 3 of, and the rest have to be like 1 to 2 of.
It's so rough because in like against decks that run like Forerunner, usually they have to take a turn off to play Forerunner, and that's like your window, right? Like that's it. Mind Splitter decks kind of do a similar thing. For, like the turn where they play that, usually they tap out, and like that's when you need to like take advantage of it and like do something big. And the fact that like our response to Forerunner coming down and opponent completely being tapped is drawing a couple cards. It feels kind of really bad actually. Like we're so far behind might wise on board. It's just like not really getting better.
Yeah.
So you just swapped out Fioras and passed their turn. Interesting.
Do we have like a call declare in hand? Is that why we swapped it?
No.
Unsure.
We had
Very unsure.
post, I think. Yeah, we know we have a post from the opening hand.
Yeah, we're just hoping our opponent's gonna like see a smaller unit or something, even though it's really the same size, and try to go into combat with it in a weird way to like get their point cadence to 4, even though they're still ahead in this little stalemate. I think the only reason I could see going for this is trying to turn her mighty and stuff. But
Yeah. There's another Death Grip in hand, so there is like kind of cute lines of like playing set brawler.
There is no longer another Death Grip in hand.
Well, I don't think they're taking that. They're probably taking Riposte.
Yeah, this is not long for this world.
But like brawler, readying him, running him in, getting him pushed by the fan, then death gripping him to give the might to Fiora and ganking her over into like a tapped out Draven.
If you had a
some, like,
sideboard
really
card in
stuff.
your hand that you did not expect your opponent to know, would you concede right now?
Are you allowed to do that?
Yeah.
I mean, you
Roll
can concede at
650.
any time.
Like, do you have to? No, I know you can concede, but do you have to show?
I don't
Yeah.
The
think
Mind
so.
Splitter trigger
Oh,
never
no.
resolved. And Mind Splitter trigger never evolved.
In response to your trigger, I concede. Yeah.
Yeah, I concede.
So he does have
It's a thought experiment.
Double riposte.
It might just be take the set and then just play with the knowledge that you're not resolving a spell into 2 energy.
Yeah.
With this lead.
I was about
Yeah.
to say. Oh, sorry, go on, Nikano.
No, I was just gonna agree. I think he takes that.
Okay. No, I was gonna say that him writing on the table really irked me because I hate the idea of him like pushing the pen down and like leaving marks. But yeah, no, he seems to have been told, do not write in the center of the table.
Oh.
Okay. I will say that I'm a little bit disappointed that this Fiora player doesn't have the new set. Using the old set? I mean, come on.
Oh, not the signature ones. Yeah. Good choice
Well, it
from
doesn't have
Draven
to be
though.
signature, just, you know.
What? Why not? You don't
not
think you should have
psycho.
3 signature sets in this deck?
I don't think you should. No, I think
okay.
that's you know, fucking biblical levels of greed. He doesn't need that
Okay.
shit.
All right. Yeah. Fair. Yeah, I feel like Draven's holding this like the entire game. There's not a really good way to break. I mean, you can get some insane levels of might in this deck, but just breaking this much of a hold is
Found the hook.
pretty brutal.
And this is another like tap out turn, right? Like this is another
Yeah.
turn where it's like, if we had a set and like set challenges a unit and then goes in and then like gets pushed and heals. Like he could like, okay, you set in set right at 5 might. Well, maybe they just wouldn't push him. Okay, you know what? It's a little fucked. It's a little
Yeah,
rough.
well, so here's also all of your things start with if he had a set, which the Mind Splitter just took.
Yeah,
so,
well, I would like to top deck a set. That would help me out a
Yeah,
lot.
that's
Yeah.
I
fine.
could just do
I
that
think-
real quick. That'd be.
I think the problem with this deck, and well, it's with most decks, of course, going second, but explicitly with this deck is, from what I've seen, you're obviously going second, so you're behind on tempo, you're behind on a bunch of things, and all we've done is cast not 2 drops, and we've cast very chunky 3 and 4 drops, so not having the 2 drops is obviously not great. It also doesn't seem like we have many wide cards. Like something that Hook usually makes use of is things like with Drummer,
Yeah, or
things
just
like that that can
Captain
make a little
and-
wide.
Yeah.
So it's like right now, even if we wanted to jam the Hook right now and do something cool, it's kind of like we have to sacrifice 2 of our best units, which is weird. I'm surprised we didn't see this 2-drop go to the battlefield to be sacrificed. I guess maybe they're going to do something else this turn.
I think we're gonna
I just-
challenge. Draw a card
Yeah,
off the
I'm just-
challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just killing the fan then, right? Yeah.
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 So you're killing the face-up fight or flight and like hoping that it's gonna
Yeah.
matter.
Well, it probably will matter at some point.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah, just when. Yeah, is exactly the point.
They slap down a shovel and then suddenly replay it. And we're
Well, there's
just
the
crying.
sword finally. That
Yeah, I was
actually
gonna
might
say.
get things rolling.
You can give it to the Fiora. Oh wait, no, she's got damage on her. You don't want to.
How
No,
much
you
does
can't-
sword cost?
Sword is 4, so you can't quite do sword and hook.
Yeah, that's why I didn't understand when we played this 2-drop for challenging. Is this card do something I'm
Yeah.
unaware of?
Because we really like spending mana before we get all the
Okay.
information. China, I don't know if you've noticed that. They really like
Yeah,
that.
I will say next turn
Yeah.
though, if you are like able to sword and hook, being able to hook the unsung as a 5, getting to draw 2, and then potentially find a dragon is like a very real way back into this game.
Sure.
So it requires
The
some
good news
setup,
is there's 4.5 like more turns in this game, like currently based off what we know, and our Draven opponent is playing into that. So that's like a plus for us.
I think the main concern is that like the Draven player has played 1 card per turn, which means they have a healthy hand. So like the moment that they just like don't full tap out, there's going to be like a lot of interaction that I think is going to make our life difficult.
Yes, for sure.
And that's where dragon is actually quite nice, right? Like being able to unconditionally just kind of kill this this Mind Splitter to deal with 7 might is going to be pretty helpful. But yeah, when you actually are trying to approach, it's going to be a struggle. I don't really personally understand this equip.
I assume we're gonna gank her over. Like,
Yeah,
she's what, a
I think
7?
I think we're just like
Oh,
clearing out the
just-
battlefield, right?
Just going to trade her?
And I don't think we can clear. Yeah, we said just throw
No,
something
he's-
on there.
No.
Yeah, just trade her in Cascade while there's the opportunity to do
just seems
so.
strange because we wasted a power to gain a power, so really we gained nothing. It just felt like
Well, right,
maybe they're worried about Darius or
Gained an
something.
equip on there, and like we got to activate our Fiora. But it does seem like it would make more sense to have equipped it to like the unsung hero, and then like next turn you can like send it in. If it dies, you draw 2.
It's more just like you pay a power to equip, right? So activating your hero is kind of irrelevant, right? It's just like a net neutral.
Well,
You basically equipped for free, right?
yeah, but now you get a
Yeah.
free equip next turn as well, right?
Correct, yeah.
Oh yeah, assuming it does.
So it's like
Yeah.
the next turn, Fiora's
yeah,
going in, trading. We're playing Hook, equipping onto the thing, killing the thing,
Correct.
pull
Yeah.
the dragon.
That's the hope here.
I mean, we've not
Dragon is,
seen a
6.
dragon.
No, we
Dragon
know they're in there. We saw them in
6
one of the looks earlier.
8 hour.
And it'd be
8
the same
energy,
odds
2 power.
as the BF sword, right? So it's probably closer to like an actual 50-50 now.
Well, you get to see
No,
5
it's way
cards off
better.
the top. We have
Yeah.
a very
Oh,
high
true.
chance of
Yeah,
hitting.
yeah, true,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
With how many cards we've seen so far this game, the odds are probably quite
Yeah,
good
we've seen,
that
what,
you find
4,
a dragon.
8, 9, 10, 11. We've seen 11 cards, so what? There's 28 left. We get to see top 5. Like, I mean, if there's one copy, we're still like 25% to hit, which means with multiple copies, we're much higher.
And it's
Yeah.
likely a 3 of this. This feels designed to hit dragon, because like we're playing BFs, like playing BF sword. We want to hit dragon, right? Like it is very clearly the main hit of this deck.
I think the real question is, it seems both players are just gonna not do anything. Well, here goes, and
Okay.
Draven's actually doing something interesting. So I'll just take this back and just never say anything again.
Full setup turn.
I was just saying, if the game goes at this cadence, what is the win con for Fiora? Because right now it was looking like if we just kept sitting there and I kept stacking and you kept dirtling, like what was actually going to happen. But it seems that the Draven thinks that something can happen, so they've just like completely disengaged.
And the Draven once again like wanted to tap out because like he just keeps drawing units, and like this time didn't give the opportunity to like have his entire board
bad
blown into,
happen.
you know, next
Right.
year. So
Which
I
makes
think
sense.
this was a good call.
Equipping the sword is punished so hard, dude.
Oh yeah, it's miserable.
It's like
yeah.
because this
Yeah,
turn
just
is
why I
actually
don't get it.
so good. If you didn't equip the weapon, right? You equip the weapon to unsung, you play hook, you hook your unsung, you draw 2 new cards that you can develop with, and you potentially just pull out a dragon kill. Like you develop 6 might off that, kill 7 might from their side.
Does
Right? Like there's just so much
Dragon-
that you gain. It's
This Dragon,
Battlefield?
it hits anything.
it hits
It's
anywhere.
anything.
It just
It
kills
is.
It
anywhere.
is literally,
Anger
it is,
card. Holy
it is vengeance on a unit.
Yes, it's good. I played this in my Leona main deck. This was
Yeah,
the card.
you liked it.
I did it
You liked it.
first.
Yeah, this card
I
was
did
like
it
fine.
first.
I mean, I don't know if playing a card in your Leona main deck makes it good, but I do.
No, it doesn't make it good. What I'm saying is like this is like a this is a card that it's been playable, right? Like it is not like
I'm on board with you. I agree.
it's not like a weird card that is super fringe. Like people have tried
Yeah.
this in plenty of decks.
You're on board, so you're targetable by the way.
So the Draven has 26 might in base, not including any abilities.
You say so. Much
So
math over there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's UK math, right? Like, do we really trust them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
the interesting part here is like we could sack and then just not let them draw cards, but as we've discussed, we've just jammed unit, so our hand is still pretty big. And they go to 6, we go to 7, and then we lose. So I don't know what turns the tide here for the Fiora player, like how you turn a tide like this. It's very interesting how
No,
you
tide
get
turns
out
in
of this.
purple.
That's also true. It's like we're like making might in very small increments,
Wait,
but
maybe
the problem is
am I completely fried? I mean, maybe I'm actually starting to hallucinate, but shouldn't we just hook this turn?
Who
Yeah.
should we have
Equip the
hooked?
unsung
Yeah.
hero with the BF sword and
Well,
not BF sword.
the answer
Yeah,
is should the
and
hook
to
deck
hook-
have hooked? Yes, is probably the answer every single time.
And also, why is Fiora on the battlefield?
Right, because we needed to go to 5.
Yeah,
Untap
and we
runes.
probably should have brought Fiora back, scored with like
Like,
unsung hero, and then hooked the unsung hero,
Yeah.
and then like
Don't we draw 2 and
kinda
get a
mopey.
dragon?
Yes.
Really?
Do you mean why we equipped the BF sword last turn?
No, we had another BF sword this turn.
Do we?
No. No.
Do we have another BF sword?
Sure.
No.
We got the matron off the top deck.
Yeah, we don't have another equip. I think it's more so why did we go for the 5th point and put our Fiora up here, and then why didn't we activate Hook this turn? But I'm sure they got something.
Fiora's large.
She has
The issue is,
shield,
like-
so like there is a point of it being on a battlefield. You are getting an extra might by doing this rather than attacking next turn. So
And if it wasn't against purple, this Fiora would be like pretty hard to get through.
Well, I just mean more so that the Fiora could be in the back line and like something else could have been on this battlefield
sure,
and been sacrificed. But I agree, once you put it on the battlefield, you probably don't want to sacrifice a 9 might unit.
Yeah. I think we're on.
It also just feels like the 5th point just like also doesn't get us anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, this is all just kind of from a
that one
pretty
equip.
loose equip of this BF sword.
Yeah, you guys all, oh, it was a free equip. It was a free equip. Guy. It's a Aurora player. It's a Aurora player knows a thing.
Oh, you're so true.
The only thing it really played around was like a Darius plus something else trying to run in and kill Fiora.
Yeah.
But you could have just moved her home that turn, right? Didn't
she
still
was
have-
readied. So you could have just brought her back, and like if we let our free equip, we could have free equipped Unsung Hero.
Correct, yeah.
You know what? You're right, I should have mentioned that. My bad.
We're here and they are there, and this is why we suck.
Wait, that's true, actually. Wait, is that... Yeah, no, they are there, and we aren't there. Oh.
Yeah.
group trip to China. Don't prove them
How
wrong.
do you feel about the body language here from the Fiora player? The cross legs, the cross arms, just kind of swinging back and forth. Yeah.
I feel like this game is like still kind of like maybe winnable, but I would have been really comfortable with the spot with the hook last turn and the extra 2 cards.
Our Draven needs to start playing at about 80 to 85% for this Fiora to even have a chance, I feel like. So as long as they say like I'll perform 90% plus in efficiency, I think it's just really hard. Like, because not only do they have to break normal like Riftbound cadence of you're behind a whole turn, I just don't see how this like deck gets over just like little tit for tat rebukes and coughs that are surely coming at this point. It's been 58 minutes.
It's
and
double riposte hand.
Yeah. So
that's where my like hopium for this is coming from. Really, is that there is just double riposte hand
helps, but the power is not going to go up much. So there's just going to be hard counter cells, which is completely fine. It's great in that regard. It's just that we're already behind on the might like proposition, so like we're just like essentially playing without 4 runes. We're like, hey, we're playing without 4 runes, but those 4 runes are going to be like, you know, block the spell, which would be good.
If it's a Forerunner, the math is going to change. It feels like only 1 riposte is going to be needed.
Yeah.
They've once again just slapped the largest fucking person in existence on the battlefield.
So you're just always behind the might proposition and then constantly this turn forward having to hold up 4 mana or at least 2.
I'm thinking like what the Fiora player is gonna do. So I'm thinking like equipping the BF sword onto the Unsung Hero, send it into the Kaiser. Then when they push back, you're gonna riposte it, buff up another unit in the back, then win the trade there, kill the Unsung Hero, pull out the dragon. Is probably like
kill 12 might on the battlefield and then watch it make 12 might in the back.
You can definitely conquer both battlefields here. It's definitely possible.
Yeah, it's gonna be the draws off
how do you win the game afterwards?
The draws off the Unsung are really what's going to inform this, right? It's like,
I mean,
what do we still have
dragon?
up?
Is that out?
The problem is that our best value dragons are fake because we kill 6 to gain 6. So then you're just killing like
Draven,
4s. Yeah,
we're
you're
killing
Dravens,
and then they just hold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking is it'd be kind of nice if we had a set. This Mind Splitter card's kind of good.
We just find a set. There you go. That's the out.
That part too.
Okay.
So again, we've not done this. Are we going to draw all these cards you guys are talking about? I've heard we're supposed to draw cards for like the last 3 turns. And
well, so now it is happening. Yes.
Okay, cool.
So
This
you
is-
draw after Hook resolves. Is that correct?
Because
Hook is an activated thing, and it should have to resolve fully before anything else, as far as I'm.
Yeah, I just
dragon.
wasn't sure if there was like 2
there's a
different
set.
pieces between the sack
Well, these are
and the non.
5 units.
Yeah, no dragon, but set is okay. It's
Gives you a free rune. Love those.
So we have to resolve set and then subsequently the Fiora trigger before seeing the cards we draw, right?
I think so, yeah.
That's a little annoying.
Yeah, you probably just always have to
Did
ready him
we-
here.
Yeah,
But I'm just
you have
thinking,
to,
like,
but-
did we want that first mates or action? Like, if we got the draw 2 first?
Oh, like in the hand?
Yeah. Like, he's
definitely
probably quite
not the
happy.
Akshan. Maybe
Akshan
a
feels
first
pretty
mate?
textless. First mate seems
Okay, there we go. Holy shit.
First
About
mate's
missed
worse
our
than
triggers.
like spells we can draw though. I actually just want a death grip, because you get to 13 might if you're able to equip the sword onto the.
Whoa! We didn't use our Fiora trigger.
We did.
We did.
No, we
No,
used
no,
Fiora,
no,
but we didn't
that's
use
worthy.
Fiora worthy.
I don't even know what she does. So.
Would
When
ready
the unit
that
becomes
set.
mighty, you can recycle one to
You,
ready
you
it.
don't have to use it now. You don't have to use it now. I gotta. If you spend the
Yeah,
buff,
but-
you can just ready him, which is probably better. You just wait and then you spend the buff and ready him.
I mean, but the other way gives you. Oh, man.
You could
I don't know, I was
theoretically ready
thinking
him
about
twice,
pushes
but
and
there's
stuff,
never a
but,
scenario on
yeah.
this turn that you're sending him as a 5. Like you always have to
Yeah.
send him in as an 8.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So we are defending for 12 currently because they're all just kind of sitting there, right?
Did I see double pit rookie in hand?
Potentially. I mean, Pit
Like,
Rookie's
is that-
definitely quite good at pushing this set over the
Yeah, I
top.
was gonna say that's like a huge set.
Yes, we are equipped.
Oh, is there death grip?
Yeah, it's the second death grip that we said there wasn't going to be there, but then was there.
Mhm.
That's the one, right?
Death grip's definitely cool here. Not sure if it's there. It might just be sending it in.
Are supposed to
Okay.
use death grip as a way to be beating pushes or rebukes? Or,
Usually,
like, putting
yes.
set to the moon and then.
Yeah.
I guess we have double riposte. We don't need to.
Yeah. Usually, yes. I feel like this is a scenario you don't have to use it in that way. The other way you use it is like as a draw 3 and move some of the might.
I am confusion.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Why are we not just pumping this set to the moon?
Yeah.
We're trying to
I
hit a
think-
dragon?
Are we
we
waiting
have time.
until next turn to do it? Like, are they saying like hold
I
this turn?
think-
They go to 7, and then it's just like
Okay.
I think maybe we have time warp.
Oh, that'd be pretty good here, actually.
He passed. Okay, so he thinks he can hold.
yeah.
Oh.
So like, I'm just thinking like if he pushes this set in, he doesn't get anything with it, because like the might still.
Yeah,
goes
they
to
get all the
back.
might at home. Yeah.
So like there
Yeah,
is
well-
no reason to do it this turn. If you can hold this turn,
Yeah. No, this makes the best sense to play around
No, you're right.
Forerunner, right?
You're right. Yeah. No, this is actually probably just the best play. Is
And what do we
Worrying.
have in hand? Double
If they just
repose.
say okay and then stack the other side.
well, and that's
Well,
where
they
you're
stack the
hoping
other
that you
card.
can.
That's your win con,
Yeah.
right? Is them
Yeah.
stacking?
Yeah.
You're hoping
they
you can
stack.
push over that.
You have Death Grip plus double riposte plus another Pit Rookie in hand, so your set is going to literally colossal numbers.
Yeah. So your pit rookie's like might is probably like pretty irrelevant, so you're just taking 2 of it off and moving on. And then this other guy has the sword on it, so it is strange that it's all there. But essentially, you can take one of your guys off of the battlefield and essentially give it ganking by just using the hook and then using the other girl who readies it.
Or
You
should we
essentially
just-
have like pseudo ganking with one of them, so it's like you build your own Forerunner, right? You're going to defend for a number and then sack it and be able to attack with it. The question is, can they make up the might with this essentially just 3 units? It's going to be
mean-
whatever they sacrifice and flip. If they hit a freaking dragon, it would be
I was to say,
insane.
I think we're due a dragon at this point, right? Like,
Yeah, it would be pretty
How do we
unlucky to
ready
miss.
though? Do we have to become mighty or enter?
Become mighty. So if you
Right.
enter mighty, you're not ready. Dragon would never be able to be readied,
Right,
unless
so
you
that
also have a
is-
first mate.
Right. Which is possible, but we did hold up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We couldn't even have developed. I feel like we could have developed at least a unit, right? What's in our hand?
But just another spot where Death Grip can matter here. I think Death Grip is actually a pretty impactful card in this spot if we get to go to the next turn. I think it's going to create a lot more ranges that you can actually get over.
Yep. Yeah, I'm curious if we couldn't have developed one more unit. Is our hand just like we just legitimately don't have a unit, or how many tricks do we have in our hand? It's very interesting.
I mean, I know 3 of the cards. It was double riposte and a pit rookie. I don't know.
And there is
if it
the death grip there.
Is that the death grip in hand?
Yeah,
There's
and we're
one other
saving pit
card.
rookie for next turn, so that Seth gets another palm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
The
one
reason you
card
take
that
this
we don't know
play
what it
is the reason you take this play is just to invalidate the Forerunners and make them actually 6 value, which I like and it makes sense.
It makes sense.
Question is, I feel like we need
Was that
another
fucking
unit in the
switcheroo
back
hand?
end.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I think it's a Kaisa. My bad, my bad. Altar
Darius?
Kaisa.
There we go.
Okay.
Just stacking it.
This
We've
is
committed
so,
to the Gambit, which is good for us as the Fiora play. This is like our 1 out.
yeah. The more I think about this play, the more I actually really like it from Fiora. I think this was the best play to make. I think this is your only way to win this game. Is this gets stacked and then you're still able to push over.
This actually like tests our opponents so rigorously with this like repulse is that like now we know like the more they tap down, the more we can tap down because it's like, oh, I just got to counter X or I just got to counter Y. Obviously hidden will change this equation a little bit, but it is good that we just know that we only have to essentially my opponent is repping 1 spell from hand and 1 spell in hidden.
Yeah.
Which
And
is
we can
good
counter
because you have the
both.
exact counter to that. The question is, can we play with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 resources this turn? As 4 of them will essentially be hampered by having to cast Repull.
I'm just thinking if we can use the legend. I guess we can get it when we rebuff set.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, we are.
That was
right.
for 1 might. I mean, there's guaranteed a hidden switcher, right? Like, why are we playing a treasure hunter?
So
guess there's already
now
a treasure hunter there.
we've just gained 2 resources for our turn.
Yeah,
very
that's-
interesting.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad, I think.
Yeah, putting that 1 might like unless you just like legitimately have nothing in
Let's see.
hand.
Another
Then you're just like, I'd rather
sword.
take 1 might over. That's
Okay,
okay. We
there's
got
a punch first. There's no death grip, so I don't know. I think the death
Oh.
grip was just phantom death grip.
Yeah, Phantom Death Grip. We got a Phantom.
Okay, so
punch.
We're gonna
12,
draw it, though, off of the
17,
hook.
21, 22, 28, 29, 33 mites just on the units.
count-
and that's,
did you
including
count Draven?
Yeah, that's including
Yeah.
Draven. So we need
Okay.
to get to 33.
There's
On board, we
33
have
33 on
sets
Draven's
and
side.
8,
Okay.
and so we have 11 in our backline right now. Is that correct? Assuming we sacrifice the buff.
Yeah. So we're gonna sack the girl with the sword, right?
Yeah, first.
Yeah.
Which is gonna draw us 2 cards, so we have a lot more looks. The other thing is we can start cascading because we have double BF sword if we want to. So like we can double up our value on that. We also have a pit rookie.
Yep.
Pit rookie represents 4 might. Like there's a lot of cool things here.
Okay,
Yeah, and
so
repost. What you call it?
puzzle connoisseur, this is breakable easily. This is a regular
Okay,
Fiora puzzle.
Okay.
this is unfortunate. Actually, so this is a really hard thing to spot because you should hit a dragon here.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
should have
yeah.
spent the buff on set first.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
In case he hit a pit rookie. Can we get? Where did this chat come from? Can we get rid of that?
But we want to see the. Look, they even said 33 in chat.
That's how old I am. Yes, we're gonna spend this. I mean, yeah, the cascading of a double weapon equip will be very interesting for sure. Putting the Fiora there seems.
So
She's gonna get
Really?
yanking here.
there's another thing you can do here. There's a challenge in hand, so you can equip this sword onto something else and then use that challenge from one of these units that's not getting used. That it trades, and
I
then
think
from there you
our
can still
Fiora
go.
player
You
needs
can also draw from
to
that.
slow the heck down because I think there are a lot of you're sending a lot in first and then doing that gank that you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah,
I
this
think
is
we just
a
need to
this is a thinker for sure.
Yeah. The one time we need to slow down because it's definitely like send in the sword with something once, maybe even twice, then equip it to Fiora, then do the challenge, maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that.
We have how much mana? We have 4, 8, 10. So we only have 8 mana, right?
Yeah,
So-
we have whatever we have -2 is the TLDR.
Yeah. So we have 8 mana, which means that like we can play the sword and the challenge if we need to, and then the pit rookie, that's like everything. And then we're just tapped out because we have to hold up riposte.
Yeah, you do need to hold riposte in case this is like literally switcheroo hidden there.
Yeah. So you got.
You can cascade literally every. You can cascade so many times here because you can
Do
just.
Yeah.
3, right?
Yeah. You can do it with
Least.
the no more than that. You can do it with the pit.
It should be
each of
six.
the pit
Ready the
rookies.
pit rookie.
Well,
Wait, you can
yeah.
also
The
wait. You
Problem
can
is
also
the limitation.
The
Fiora
limitation is the
ganking
yellow
as well,
runes.
right?
Yeah, the Fiora can get ganking, and you have to pay a rune to ready. Yeah, so you just have to make sure you do this in
We have
correct
6
orders.
yellow runes, which means we can like double equip and ready twice. Which means
Um,
there is a limitation here.
And riposte is hybrid, right? You can use either. So you don't
Correct.
need any yellow for that.
Correct. It can be orange.
Wow.
you
Yeah,
have
the
to use the
limitation being
orange
the
for
yellow
that then.
here.
I just want to say, by the way, this is 71 minutes in game 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If this goes to game 3, oh my god, there's not going to be a break after this.
The question is, how do you get the most riposte? I don't think it ever.
Riposte is always just getting
Oh, I guess yeah.
hitting this 2 mana, whatever it is.
This is probably forcing whatever is hidden. I mean, in a lot of
Yeah.
spots. So
And we don't have to play on anything for 1 mana. What is it, Hex Deck, right? Like we don't care, right? It's
What,
literally
Ghost?
this hidden card. It's this hidden
4,
card and
8,
this hidden card only.
12 plus 6 is 18.
Yep.
Yep.
So we get to kill Darius, 2 Forerunners, and a Treasure Hunter. Holy fuck, we're blowing this out so hard.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
actually
we're doing
not
so.
even close.
Yeah, we're doing like so much math that it's like so. Yeah, I feel like 19 things die before
We actually have
take our
like
second game action.
What, like 45, 50 might or some shit? Like this is
yeah, it's insane.
This is.
I'm actually there's the bingo square of like 60 plus might combat. I'm gonna give it to this one because you do have to cascade, so you don't get the full like 60 in the combat at the same time. But this is like as close as we're probably getting to that realistically. So
wow.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
no,
left-
this is sick. Like just
We
show
left
the power of
13
that
might
floor
there.
worthy.
Yeah, so we left 13 might there now. That's good.
I assume we're big enough with double sword and a ready on the Fiora.
there's also a punch first. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh,
Zero
yeah.
reason to stop under riposte. About
Yeah.
0.0%.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's
We're
a punch
literally
first.
ending this turn with no runes
Oh
in
my
hand, I
God.
think.
Probably 0
And
runes.
we have enough yellows
Yeah.
to still get like we ready here, and then we can still double equip and ready again.
Yeah.
Oh, Judge, shut up. Go away.
Okay, they need it to resolve before the trigger goes in the stack now? Is that what they're saying? Like,
We're just making things up. It's fine.
Let me put the tokens
I
on
think
here.
we also
Okay.
missed the Dreaming Tree trigger, but you know, fuck
No,
it.
he
There were
drew
a bunch
already.
of-
No,
there were a
no,
bunch
he
of
got it, he
ghosts.
got it.
It's-
he drew already.
And we're good.
So right now we are 10.
We need
Nope,
to pay our
9.
yellow.
No,
rune,
it's
yeah?
9.
Just shield.
Right. So it's only shield.
We have
It's
to-
not. Yeah. It's ganking shield and not a solar. It's
We
ganking
have to
shield and
pay a
deflect.
yellow to ready this Fiora, right?
Did he
Yeah.
not? I mean, he was reaching
they
for
did.
it.
They did.
Okay.
They did. They put under
Okay.
3 runes. They put a yellow and 2 orange to pay for this punch
I
first.
think we have too many yellows.
Yep, there you go. He's got it.
Hey, Nice.
He didn't even show the hidden card, but he knows the riposte is there, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It was not. I mean, this is just like some beautiful Fiora play. Love it.
Yeah, very interesting.
And to think I was gonna say, to think we thought it was a rough start as well.
Well, it was a
think
rough
it
start. I mean,
was,
and
yeah.
and I do think that he still misplayed that equip with the sword, but he's still, he was able to find enough turns to still be able to like make it work, right?
I think
Yeah.
it was interesting. I mean, I don't know if this Draven player knows it or not, but I kind of, when I was about to monologue about something and then the guy pulled all of his units back, I was kind of like wondering, like, what does, like, because at that point, like, that guy could have just kept stacking 6+ might a turn on the left side, and the Fiora player could have kept doing whatever they were doing, and it's like, I'm a point ahead, like, I will eventually win. And I wonder if that Draven recognizes that, like, that's his lose con there, or if he just, like, figured the pullback was the correct play, because, it was, like, objectively, whether that play was coming or not. It was very interesting, like, is that typical from that Fiora deck? Is that just something that came up? Is that how they get behind when they're, or get ahead when they're behind in that tempo like they were?
So I will
Very
say
interesting.
this is absolutely like, I wouldn't say like this exact level of might. This was a pretty crazy like turn that he's got, but it's this is kind of what Fiora is able to do. It's like how you're able to find a lot of these wins.